Good morning. I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time now to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, we're seeing a nice rally here today after a rough start to the week. Tell me a little bit about what you see in the markets today.
That's right, Lacey. We are seeing a nice recovery here today going into the Thanksgiving holiday tomorrow. Now, folks, I want to remind you that we don't have any grains tonight, no grains or no livestock tomorrow on Thursday. And Friday morning, we have a modified open for all agriculture markets. So we open at 8:30 on Friday morning. We trade until 12:05 here for the livestock particularly. So grains will cease at noon, so shortened session on Friday. But we are seeing a nice recovery rally here, a lack of sellers here after we've seen this thing sell off hard pretty much all week since we started the sell-off here late last week. Now, there were some headlines and some talk out there from Secretary Rollins that the border is going to remain closed here for a while. And if and when they do open that border up in the future, it's going to be one at a time, and they're going to start maybe in Arizona. But as for right now, that border is going to remain closed. And I think that really helped get these feeders, kind of set off and started on a rally this morning. Now, the cash side of feeders, that index is going to be down $3+ again here today. There's just a lack of cattle and a lack of big sales in the country right now. And with the move we've seen on the board here recently, that's kind of scared some of the buyers, and that's had some pressure on the cash market. But all in all, the feeders, we did touch limit up here just a little bit ago, and we are back off those limits just freckle right now. I do think moving forward here that these lows that we've posted this week in both feeders and live cattle are important for us to hold here moving forward. On the live cattle side of things here, we did see some 209 and 210 trade here yesterday, and late yesterday afternoon that 210 was traded. There has been some light 215 trade down in the south, but not a lot of volume on those numbers there.
That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted with a look at your midday livestock trade here on the Rural Radio Network.
Hey, Jim.
Bob?
Quite a season, huh?
Yeah, there was a lot stacked against us, but that's where having a solid plan and, data-driven insights instead of just guessing really made the difference.
Yeah.
Yep. We looked at soil types and other research to make sure every acre had the right seed to maximize ROI potential.
That's great. I was referring to the Greyhounds being undefeated.
Oh.
Cropland Seed. Anything but typical.
If you're up at the crack of dawn, so is the Rural Radio Network with ag news and market information.
I'm Bryce Duskett with this check of agriculture news.
Or if you're more alert in the afternoon, the Rural Radio Network has all of the important news to let you know what is happening in agriculture and in the markets.
Good afternoon. I'm Alex McAfee joining you with this check of agriculture news.
When you want the best in agriculture, follow, like, and listen to the Rural Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network. From the Tractor Tuesday Market Desk, I'm Lacey Shippey. For farm listings made simple, visit TractorTuesday.com. Corn futures are up today heading into the Thanksgiving break. Weekly ethanol production was 22,000 barrels higher per day, near the highest run of the year, with stocks down 300,000 barrels on the week ahead of Thanksgiving travel. Soybean futures are higher with light product strength and more talk about finalizing the trade deal with China. The market continues to keep an eye on export business to see if the previous agreed upon amounts do actually end up going to China, or if they back off that number because of already full stocks from Brazilian purchases. Wheat futures are stronger today with a rising 83% probability that the Federal Reserve will again cut interest rates in December, which would weigh on the U.S. dollar. March corn is up 6 3/4 at $4.45. May up 6 1/2 at $4.53 1/4. January soybeans are up 7 at $11.31 3/4. March up 6 at $11.40 3/4. Chicago December wheat is up 5 1/4 at $5.32 1/2. March up 4 3/4 at $5.44. Kansas City December wheat is up 8 3/4 at $5.22. March up 5 1/2 at $5.33 3/4. December soybean meal is down a dime at $3.39.50. December bean oil is up 1/4 at $51.03. On the livestock side of things, December live cattle are up 462 at 211.62. February up 587 at 213.20. January feeders are up 745 at 314.52. March up 787 at 308.75. And December lean hogs are up 110 at 79.55. February up 175 at 80.75. And Class 3 milk in December is up a penny at 15.94. You're listening to the Rural Radio